What is up, guys? Jake here with the next Vainglory video, and this is going to be a guild team match, but just a casual one to have a little bit of fun. We were not in Discord, and Ivan started off showing Vox, and I was trying to tell him right here I wanted him to play a Vox. I wanted to go Vox Ringo in the jungle, Vox in the lane with Adagio Roam. I thought that would be super powerful, and he just wasn't getting what I was putting down. So he thought I wanted the lane, and he went on to Sky in the jungle. So, okay, here's what it is. Got the Adagio and got the Sky and the Ringo. And we went up against this team here. And this is actually the place where I saw this Crystal Power Ardan that you saw me play yesterday. This was the guy that we played against that did it. And we didn't really know that we were going against a Crystal Power Ardan. Even sort of towards, the first part of the game, even when he went Aftershock, I thought, okay, he's just being an annoying Ardan by an Aftershock. But I didn't pay attention to the fact that Vox had the contract. Always check that stuff. You never know. So check that stuff, and that's my fault for not doing it. But it made for a very interesting match because obviously a support Vox can still do quite a bit of damage. He gets that Stormguard banner, just his kit in general. So we're just jostling in the lane here and did pretty good. I went pretty well against this Ringo starting off here. Get him pushed back, and he does go down to the Sky there. Clear up all of that farm, all that junk, all that wave, push it forward, go down and shop up. You can see that already because it was so quick that Ringo gets back up, comes down, helps him out in the jungle, actually kills Sky, I think, right here, or Vox gets Adagio. I run into Ringo right there, and we have it out back and forth. I get the message. I think he did take a shot from that heal minion, which probably helped me a little bit, but it would have been close either way. Get the kill, back up into the lane, just keep pushing my wave. I don't know how I got in range of that turret accidentally there, but keep pushing my wave into the turret, so maybe he'll lose some farm. Now right here, I should have went home, no question about it. I'm too low life. His waves push forward. I could have got out of there. He couldn't have put any damage onto this turret this early in the game, but I hung around, and that's a mistake on my part. So I'm not, I'm just still learning laning, and after watching it back, it was clear to me. In fact, I think at the time I knew it was dumb. I should have got out of there, but because eventually he's going to get me. He's got so much range, and finally he does. Boom, takes me out. So it took an unnecessary death right there. Buy up another weapon blade and just get right back up and back at it. So there you see our Sky, okay, Ivan there grabbing the kill onto their Ardan in the jungle. And then right here the wave gets pushed forward for me just in time. Take it all out. That's good news. Then another one. I'm just trying to freeze it a little bit here. And the other Ringo makes the same mistake I did. He's too low. He shouldn't be there. He should be gone. So almost get the kill on him. Just put him down to basically nothing. He has to fall back. And again, I'll be able to push this wave into their turret. Hopefully cost him a few CS because he does go back home. So he loses some there. Go back down to the shop. The plan here is to just shop up, and all of a sudden, boom, we meet Vox and Ardan. And so I jump onto the Vox. That's just what you do. It's just sort of built into you. But the Ardan takes me out. Didn't think much of it. Just thought, okay, the Vox, me and him had it out, and the Ardan was beating on me, and he got the last hit right there. So just buy up, grab some, grab that heavy steel. I think a little bit of attack speed if I didn't already have it. I think I had Blazing Salvo too there. Come back up to the lane just in time again for the wave. Take that farm and continue on. Trying to get last hits. I'm getting better. I'm still missing some, but I'm getting better at last hitting. Just freezing it on my side as long as I can. Then drop it down, push it his way. He's got a long time to clear that wave. So go down to the jungle. There I've got the Blazing Salvo and my 6 ins. And now we're trying to catch him 2v3 here, which we do. They rotate up just at the right time. Jump onto that Ardan this time because he's just right there in front of me. Then I peel off onto the Vox. And then right here, we take the Ardan out. We try to chase down this Vox. He hung out just a second too long. He should have just ran away. He would have been fine. But with that poke from Kawi on that Adagio and me, he gets the kill there. That's that. So now we do spot Ringo right there, but 2v3 or 2v1. I thought, okay, I'll just go up and push this wave. Try to do some work on this turret. They'll take care of it. But he ends up getting the kill on Kawi, and then Ardan shows back up again. We're so early in the game. It's been a lot of fighting going on, but we're just so early. I just have to go ahead and take one more wave before I go home, which I do. Then it's time just to meet back up, go down to the shop, the jungle shop, instead of going back to the house there. I was waiting on my Sorrow Blade at this point, so I really didn't have anything to buy. I was just sort of staying with them. Wave gets pushed forward. Right here, they all three are there, so I'm just trying to play a little bit safe. Collie walks up into the bush, gets smoked. I take a ton of damage here, but I do fall back. They're taking some turret shots. They, it's not good. I dropped my ultimate, but Ringo ultimates me. I did get mine off, got some damage on them. I think Vox almost died. I had to go back to the house, but Ringo does get me with his ultimate in the burn, so I just go back and I want to just wait here, grab that Sorrow Blade. Now I'm ready to put some damage down. And then I'm going to be able to get a little bit more defensive too, because there's a Vox. And just shortly here in a minute was when I figure out that this actually is a CP Arden. And decide to start really trying to defend against that as well, because I'm telling you, it puts out a lot of damage and he's tanky once he gets a little bit built. We saw the Ringo was low there. We knew we could dive that, take him out, which we did. I took a few turret shots for it, but with Collie there to heal me a little bit, not too worried about that. Vox and Arden rotate up, but he's still buffing me, healing me. Put a little bit of poke on them, take out some of these minions. And then right here, we know we can't really dive this turret with both of them there, so we rotate down to the jungle and see what we can get from there. They thought about firing up on this gold mine, and we probably should have, but I didn't have any power, so I kind of waved them off and said, no, don't do it. And then just kind of got out of there. Back to our jungles to farm a game just without any power. I thought it was the right plan there. Got a little poke on that Ringo, but wisely he jumps into that bush where I can't see him. I didn't want to pursue into the bush there, but just grab the next wave. Now here's where we should have got onto the turret. We had it pushed forward. We could have done it there. So that was my fault. Ivan had the right idea to go up there and put some pressure on that. We do rotate down there and catch them. And it's, again, the same thing. Right here's where I look and I think, what is going on? And I'm like, oh, I got an aftershock. I'm double taking here. Just trying to figure out what I'm dealing with. And then it's like in your mind, you're saying, excuse me. And then in your mind, you're asking yourself, okay, he is building some defensive items. Do I try to just burst down the Vox, take him out of the equation, or do I focus the Arden? When you haven't ran into something like that, it's hard to know for sure. But I do jump onto the Ringo here in the lane, put a lot of damage on him, and then finish him off. Probably didn't even need that ultimate. Probably could have got one more shot off and killed him. But just finish him off with the ultimate. So get the kill on him. And then back to grabbing up all this wave here. And on to that, I was going to get onto that turret. But they come up, so just poke Vox a little bit, harass him. Ivan does come up, so we're feeling pretty good here about invading this. But that stun right there, I think that was luck. I think he probably thought we were coming down, and it just hit me. And then obviously from there, I was just done for. Ringo come out of the bush, and it was just bad news, which turned into a 3v2. Ivan was trying to put that Ringo out of commission, but he just kites back, and then right there they get the kill. So grab up my tornado trigger and trying to get back to that lane. I know they're going to be pushing this hard and putting a lot of damage on that turret. So right here, I do come up, put some damage onto Ringo, but obviously the turret is gone, so I just retreat back. Here comes the Arden. Collie buffs me up there, so they need to be falling back at this point, but they don't. Ringo stays too long, hit him with that Achilles shot, slow him down just long enough to get one more shot off, and boom, he's gone. The Vox tries to stay in, but Arden vanguards him out, and that Arden is just in a bad spot at this point. 3v1 really. Take him down, and now we know that we can get this next wave push forward. We can get this turret. There's no stopping it. Boom, it goes down. Should have went for the gold mine right here. Why we didn't, I'm not sure. It still is early game, but I think we could have got it before they got there and reacted. So that was a mistake on our part. Vox come cruising through to check on it, hit him with the ultimate. Then there's Ringo. Start putting a little damage onto him, and I felt again like we were in a pretty good spot here, but we are low on power. I think that probably is what got us here. Arden comes flying in with the gauntlet, so I fall back and reflex block that and just try to get back with that aftershock. The damage he's putting out. I almost had him down, but Ringo collapsed down on me too. They just sort of all focused me down, and once I went down, they just turned their attention elsewhere and got the ace. So pretty rough fight for us there. Probably just a little bit too aggressive with low power and all that. They do push forward, grab the gold mine, and grab this turret. No, actually, they don't grab it. They just push the wave into the turret, but they don't get the turret. Clear all that out of the way, and then right here, just trying to save it, try to let that next wave come toward me so I can get a little more farm. Did miss the big minion, which don't that drive you crazy when you miss that? I was ready to punch somebody. Scout mines everywhere. Go ahead and grab that tier 2 armor, trying to get a little tankier against that Ringo. He is putting out some pretty good damage at this point. And we're just trying to stick together, trying to make sure we're not caught, in a bad number situation. Come back up into the lane. They're all there. Flare the bush. Fall back. Just clear this wave. Try to make sure that they're not going, it's getting close to kraken time. Want to sort of stay in that area, but they do collapse in on us. You see that that Arden coming in. He's on me. Ringo ultimates me, but I do ultimate back, and we sort of turn this here, but then all of a sudden Arden's, I'm low life. He knows all he has to do is get that aftershock proc on me, and he wins. He does die for it, but that leaves Ringo on the fold by himself with a big wave. So clearly he takes down another turret, I think, right there. Yeah, another turret. And gets some pretty good damage on the next one. So no bueno, no bueno. We're falling behind here. We're starting to get in trouble. The Kraken's up, so we got to be real careful that we don't mess up. A lost fight right here is no question. It's Kraken. So I go ahead and infuse up, just trying to do all I can to make sure that we don't lose this next fight that is going to happen. Come into the bush there. Ringo's there. Vox was in the other bush, so it's kind of hard to see. And we do eliminate Ringo real quickly, but then that Arden collapses on me. That Vox is on me. They're just focusing the crap out of me. Take me down, and then it's 2v2. But that Arden, he's doing a lot of damage, and he just takes out Sky. They're kind of laughing about it because, what do you do? Vox focuses on to Adagio. They get the ace. Now, that is, like I said, absolutely Kraken, no question about it. I go ahead and work a little bit further towards that monocle because I'm still infused, so I'm not really too worried about double infusing. I want to get that monocle if at all possible. Clear these waves out of the way. Want to get that ready so we can fight. Try to check this next wave, thinking it was going to be there, but it was just a little bit too far forward. I didn't want to get caught out. Fall back there. Ivan's farming up, probably getting ready. So we're getting ready to this fight here. I lead opening it with the ultimate right onto Arden. I want to get that Arden out of the way. Getting burnt down, just burst him down before that gauntlet even drops. Step out there. We do get the next one, but then this Ringo just turns it around and 2v1 takes him out. He doesn't have a breaking point, so it wasn't that. He just did it. I don't know. He just got him. Pretty good Ringo there. So I go ahead and buy that Atlas Pauldron in case I get on him. He's being smart, clearing the turrets at the same time. I come down, jump on him real quick, and I've got the jump here. So he goes down. Then right there, that's the ace. Now we can focus down this Kraken. Now here's where the lesson of this is the reason I posted this video right here. Now if you're Kali, if you're the support, and you are down to you have no turrets left, okay? The match is not over, so you can do it, but you have to put scout traps in every bush along this lane. You cannot let them sneak into your base. If you do, if they do, they win. If the first time you see them is when they're in your base, it's too late. You can't recall fast enough. You can't get there fast enough. So if you have to sell your boots, whatever you got to do, you've got to put vision in all of those bushes. You cannot let them sneak past you. So remember that in your matches. It's your responsibility if you are the support. And they were worried about it there. He calls back to check on it because he thought maybe they were trying to sneak by, but we saw him in the lane, so we didn't recall. We saw them their heads pop up in the lane there. So we just farm up, trying to get ready for this next fight. And then right there we catch them. There they are. Vox is a little bit out of position. Start putting some good damage onto him. Ringo does ultimate me, but they heal me right back up. I ultimate Vox. Then we turn our attention onto this Arden, and we take him down pretty quick right there. He goes down. They try to jump into the bush. We surprise them there. All he goes down to that Ringo, and I'm one shot from dead here. And Ringo sees it, and he's trying to chase me down. Scott was finishing off that Vox, and look at that forward barrage. He had all those broken mid stacks built up. That forward barrage right in his back, absolutely deleted him. So again, the match is clearly not over. We just won a team fight. 1-for-3 trade. Just picked up the Kraken, pushing forward in the lane. So we're looking pretty good for a comeback here. But again, remember that vision issue because that is going to come back to haunt us. Go ahead and take down that turret before the Kraken even gets up there. I want to buy up here because I knew I had that monocle and an infusion. So I actually double infuse. So, we're ready for another fight here. We're just not together, and that Kraken's already up there. They can burn a Kraken down very fast. Look how low it's already down. Arden tries to collapse on me. I reflex block out of his gauntlet, and we take him out. So right there, boom. Now we're 2v3. We can't really push this any further because we don't have a Kraken. We do take the turret out, but then we fall back. But this is where it's 2v3. We're in a good position. The momentum's in our favor. I'm double infused. We could win pretty much any fight right here if we're together. So we go back to the shop, just shot back up. Again, I'm still double infused, so I just go ahead and buy those tier 3 boots. It's really all I can get at this point. And we're going up, and we're just sort of checking the lane, and then all of a sudden they start calling back. I didn't see it. I was just checking if they were all up, but they're already back in our base. That's where the closest scout mine was like at the entrance of our base. That's too far away. A Vox or Ringo, you see how quickly they took that vein down. So lesson learned, no big deal, just a casual match. But if you are the support and you guys lose your last turret and you're making the comeback, even if you're not making the comeback, you put vision in those bushes, no matter what you got to do, no matter what you got to sell. It's a number one most important thing. So again, lesson learned. Checking out the builds, Colby did a good job. Built that Storm Guard and then went right into the fountain and then the Shatter Glass. A little bit of defense there, so he was doing some good heals, some good buffs. Ivan, normal stuff on that Sky there that you always see. Frostburn, Broken Myth, with some defense, that reflex block. So that's why that last forward barrage on Ringo was hilarious. He just deleted him. I went with the Sorrow Blade, the Tornado Trigger, Aegis, Atlas, Boots, and a Monocle there. So on the other side, you see that Ardan. He went with the Alternating Current, the Aftershock, and the Broken Myth. And that was a little bit different. Actually, I think I said in my video that he didn't do Alternating Current. He did. But I would have gone for a Shattered Glass over a Broken Myth on that. I just don't think you're probably going to get a lot of stacks. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you would, but probably not. Looking at the Vox, the support Vox, went with the Warhorn, the Fountain, the Crucible, the Clockwork. Pretty normal support Vox build. And on the other side, the Ringo, looks like the exact same build as me, except for he did not get an Aegis. He just got the Atlas, and actually that's not an Atlas. No, that's a coat. He got a coat of plates. He didn't get the Atlas coat of plates, and then just had a little bit of life. I'm not sure what he was going for. Possibly a Shiver Steel or something. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the match. Until next time, Jake, doing my best to help you guys suck less.